Good morning. It's time to wake up. And it's time to get stuff done. Basically, it's just time. It's time. And we are here live on June 11th. And I got the link out, so that's good news. Headed over to the creative hand lettering page. And today is June 11th. And the iCAD prompt is tide pools. And our idiom is raining cats. Whoops, where did it go? Cats and dogs. Oh, fun. Not quite sure. Well, I could kind of figure out how to do them together now that I give my brain a little thought process. Hi, Pamela and Kay, Jennifer, Terry, Diane. I don't know why those aren't showing up on my computer screen, but they are on my phone. Hi, Lynn. How was your birthday? Hi, Lita. Not everybody's showing up on my computer screen. That's kind of weird. I'll just bring my phone down and then I can see it better. Hi, Shari. Hi, Mary Lynn. Who else did I miss here this morning? Jennifer, Terry, Diane, Lisa. So many that aren't showing up. Tammy, Doreen. Huh, kind of weird. I don't know why they're not on my screen. Hi, Shari. Hi, Denise. Some are there and some are not. Terry says, I'd love it to be raining cats and dogs, pouring buckets, raining anything. I agree. I agree. Hi, Joan. Okay. Only thing I wanted to do was show you my pouch that I made yesterday. Remember this one, and you guys all wanted to see how I made it. So there's not a big difference except for the embellishments. All I did, and I posted a little walkthrough tutorial because my phone was dead at the time I made this, so there was no way for me to take a video. But so for this one, it's just muslin. I added strips of fabric first. Then I cut out these circles out of felt and fabric and stitched a button to the center before I assembled the pouch. On this one, I put in the pocket. Oh, look, a treat left to be had. I put in the pocket first, and before I stitched it in, I added these little flibber things. I cut 2 pieces of fabric because I wanted the inside to be a little different than the outside. With this one, oh, I did the same. I have a different fabric on the inside than on the outside. If you want a pocket on the inside, you also have to add that before you stitch everything up. Otherwise, you won't have a pocket. You'll have stitched the whole thing together. Then I stitch the top here, same here, stitch the top. So you close your 2 pieces of fabric together. I added a little ruffle here at the same time. And then before I created the bag, which is just stitching the left side, bottom, and right side, I added the strap. So I wish I could remember which one of you guys, I think it's Diane who said she could not handle all my threads, being a true quilter, but I love my threads. So I had a scarf. We did a So Much Fun class here about a year ago, and I had started making this scarf with scraps that I taught how to do in class. Um, so I cut it up and I used it for the strap. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have my psoriasis glove on. My psoriasis is bad today. Anyway, I stitched that on the back side of just a piece of black fabric. And none of these threads bother me. I mean, I could pull some if I wanted to, I could cut some, but because I have raw edges, I'm always going to have the threads. So the trickiest part about this is that I used watercolor, colored pencil, and micron pens. Oh, Denise said that was me. I get it. I get it. It's the same thing like when I used to teach scrapbooking classes and I would make things a little wonky on the page. And there were the other ladies that were using rulers and measuring exact 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, crazy. Um, I did this with watercolor, colored pencil, and Posca. There's some white Posca in there. This can't be washed because if you wash it, all of this color is going to come out. It's just going to fade. The micron will be there, but the color is going to fade. So be sure that you're not going to wash this first. But that's up to you. I mean, whatever floats your boat. See, I just keep pulling threads out. Hang on. They're at the door like somebody's here. Hold on. That's scary. There's nobody there. Okay, well, that freaked me out because we live in the middle of nowhere. And it was going to be a Denise thing where if somebody was at the door, I would want somebody to call the police. Okay, anyway, good. All good. So yeah, so if you want to make a pouch, you can go look at my my tutorial on it, but it's just photographs because my phone was dead when I made this. But now I'm getting requests from people who want me to make them a pouch. It's not going to happen. I'm not a seamstress where I can just turn it on and turn it off. I have to be in the mood to do this kind of stuff. And I was in the mood yesterday, so I got it done. But I can't do orders for these, so I apologize. All right, so let's put this aside. But it works great. I can put treats in here. I put my cell phone on the inside. And then like if I'm gonna go far, I can put a driver's license and a credit card and some money and a key in here. So I've got that extra pocket. Oh, Terry says goat's milk soap and goat's milk lotion. I gotta get some, I guess. Huh. Yeah, see, you can see how bad it is. And when it started, it was right in the middle. Now it's on all my fingers, so I had to take my wedding ring off. And it's going over the sides, and it's really upsetting me. I'm not very vain, but when it comes to my hands, I wash them 1,000 times a day without soap, just water, and crazy. Leslie says, I don't want to order one. I just want you to adopt me. There are so many people I want to adopt me, so I get it. We're not doing any shameless plugs today. Linda says, I just got here. Is this a response to a mention of psoriasis? Yes. I have some on just one leg. It started rubbing intermittent on a week ago, and it's improving. Started rubbing what? Oh, that's a name of something. IVERMECTIN. And then goat's milk soap. Everything works for some people, but not everybody. Goat's milk soap and lotion. Funny you should mention that because I've been putting this on it and it's not helping. Goat's milk lotion. That's what I mean. Some things work for some people, but not for everybody. Same with dogs. Anyway, what's that say? Donna says, Bend Soap Company for the goat's milk and lotions. I use it for psoriasis. I think Terry said Bend Soap Company also. So that's two people. Bend Soap Co. Because my doctor wants me to take one of those things like you see on TV. Take once daily Jardian or whatever it is. It's not that one, but it's one of those. Um, yeah. And it's $3,000 a month. So it's not going to happen. Lynn says to clean your diet and gut. And Terry says, don't use anything with alcohol in it. Okay. Palma says, I can bring you some of the soap I make. It doesn't have goat's milk, but it's all natural and organic. Thank you, Palma. Okay. Let's stop trying to solve all my problems because there's a lot. So today our prompt is raining cats and dogs. And our prompt with the Daisy Yellow group is is tide pool. So not only do we have raining cats and dogs, but we also have a tide pool. Oh, I hate hand sanitizers anyway. I would never use those. Ugh. Okay. So I have figured out kind of how to do raining cats and dogs. So give me just a moment because I want a rain cloud. This could work, I think. Or maybe book pages. Let's try book pages. So I just want to cut out, I'm just a little black rain cloud. And I'm just going to cut. There's one. Maybe let's do this one too. It'll be dark black. I'm just a little black rain cloud. I had the craziest dream about my mom and dad and my husband last night. Okay, those are cute. I like that a lot. All right. Barbara says it's raining cats and dogs with poodles in the street. I may have to write that. Let me write it on the back of this just in case I need to. Raining cats and dogs with poodles in the streets. Okay, so let's put some cats and dogs on here, shall we? But I thought about it for a very long time, and I could do a million cats and dogs raining, but we don't have that kind of time because I'd be here all day. So we're going to do cat faces and dog faces like this. And we're going to do them upside down and backwards and sideways. Just little ones. And I'll fill them in. You know, we'll use a black pen to give them depth or whatever you want to call it. Dog, dog. So my daughter, the one who lost Bootsy this year, is going to be fostering two kittens. She's been trying to get on a foster list since she had Bootsy, but I don't even understand why they're fostering these kittens. So she's only fostering them until they're old enough to go to regular homes. But she's a regular home, so why don't they just what Why don't they just let the kittens go to a regular home? I don't get it. Maybe it's something with the state. I don't know. Seems kind of crazy. Another dog. Another terrier. Terrible terriers. We need a lighter brown for Woody. Woody's very light. And a lighter kitty cat. Oh, we need some gray kitty cats. Wrong direction. And dogs. Gray dogs and cats. And black. But it's really hard to do black dogs and cats. I'll tell you why. It's because it's if you put white eyes on a black dog or a cat, it looks really weird. Anyhow, I'm getting rid of my Christmas ornaments today. Somebody bought them, which makes me happy. It's a girl who used to shop at my store and at my Ben Franklin when I worked at Ben Franklin. And that's a good thing. I don't know what she's going to do with them. Maybe she personalizes like me. I have no idea. I do not ask. I just sell. I have muffin tins. If anybody needs muffin tins, I'm happy to give them away at this point. I got to get them out of my garage. That's all. What else am I selling? All the giving plates sold, you guys, so I don't have those to show. Oh, I wasn't going to make that a dog. But it is now. All right. Let's go back to the clouds. They're going to work nicely, except for this one's all about guns, so we're going to turn it over that way. And I think we need some raindrops. Or maybe, just maybe, we need some of this stuff. So yesterday, you know, I've been trying to get in to see a, whatchamacallit, neurologist since November. Well, yesterday while we were doing the show, because I've been calling every day, yesterday while we were here doing this that we do here, the neurologist called me back, and my phone doesn't ring when I'm doing this. So I did not get the message that the neurologist called until later in the day. And of course, I tried to call them back, and then they don't answer. I don't know what kind of a doctor this is that they're sending me to, but they're not normal. Oh, that is black or dark. We're just going to smooth that around up here. Get some weird colors going on there. So I called them back and I told them the whole story, left a message on their machine and said, I teach during the day for a living. So please don't call me back. Please email me. I'll take any appointment you have. Just email it to me. Kind of crazy. I don't want all that violet. I don't get it. I may drive down there, honestly, and just try to get something worked out. It seems like a shady deal to me. Okay, well, that looks very stormy. Yep, I like that. We're just going to put some here and add a little water to it and get it very thin and come down here with the thin stuff. And then what also seems very shady is my daughter's husband, which is a really weird thing to say, got this job. And he was supposed to be leaving the day after they got back from their honeymoon. So he quit his other job, right? To be able to go to training for this new job, which was a really good job. And now they're saying he may not leave until August. And I'm like, what? You can't just do that to people's lives. That's horrible. But that's what they did. They called him yesterday and they said, you may not leave now for training until August. Poor guy. He's really in need of something happy to happen to him. And it has not, except for getting married. Okay, so let's do a blue tide pool. Question, at what temperature did you bake the giving plates? So, do you want to see? Let me go get one so I can show you and answer this question. Hang on. Okay, let's preface this with the fact that, oh, I just made a big mess. Not really. Okay, let's let this dry for a sec. I'm going to preface showing this plate with saying the fact that this is sold. Somebody bought it, so it's not for sale. I bought these plates at the dollar store. Hang on. Bought these plates at the dollar store several years ago, and I didn't even know I had any left until I started cleaning out the garage. So you can use any ceramic plate, cup, bowl, ornament, anything ceramic. I don't know what this is. It's cheap from the dollar store. Then you take a brand new Sharpie, black. You don't want to use a colorful Sharpie. You want to use a black Sharpie. And if you use a colored Sharpie like red, it's going to turn brown. Blue, it's going to turn brown. Purple, it'll turn black. Do you know what I mean? They just look yucky. So black, you turn your oven on first. No, put your plate in the oven, turn the oven on while your plate's in the oven. So let it warm up with the plate in the oven to about 200 to 250, right in there. And you let it sit in there. I let it sit in for an hour. They say when you look it up, it's only a half an hour. But I let it go for an hour. Then I turn the oven off and I let it cool in the oven. So you can do, I've done mugs. I have not tried glass, like wine glasses and stuff, but they say you can do wine glasses as well. Then two things. These have been sprayed with a ceramic sealer for better hopeful chance of it washing well. If you don't spray it with a ceramic sealer, I always tell people do not put these in the dishwasher. Do not soak them in your sink. You just want to do a light wiping of them. So what it says, if you've never seen this before, it says, this plate belongs to everyone, wherever they may go, with each new sharing of its gift, the love and the blessings grow. So fill it up and pass it on to family and to friends, and start the circle one more time. Love's journey never ends. I love it so much. These were some of my favorite things to make. So there you have it. But that's sold, so don't ask. So this was supposed to be mainly blue. It doesn't look blue, but it's all right. We're going to put our clouds up there. But first we're going to outline our cats and our dogs. So there. Oh, can you see? Excuse me. Okay, so I got tiny dogs and tiny cats. But I just have their heads because if I was going to draw the whole body, it would take me all day to make this card, and we have an hour. I'll make this a Siamese cat with whiskers. I think those are the only black ones I have now. I need a brown pen. How did you advertise selling your ornaments? I went to craft shows. That was the main thing. I did lots of local craft shows. But then you could do Marketplace here on Facebook. I don't know. It's much easier to go to like church boutiques and craft shows. And I had done it for years at my store. So there were people that just bought from me every year. It's a shaggy cat. My daughter sent me a video yesterday of somebody that had a Maine Coon cat. That's what my husband wants to get the mice. Oh, that's a story. Did I tell you guys that our washing machine was leaking and the washing machine guy was coming out again? He came out like a month or so ago to fix it and put in a new gasket for $230. And he got here, was it yesterday? Or did I tell this story already? I maybe told this. And we have mice in the washing machine that ate through the brand new $230 gasket. Terry said, no, the supplies you just sold. How did you sell the stuff? I posted pictures that I was getting rid of them on my page. Not here, because I didn't want to have to ship anything. It only was local. And then I put it on Marketplace here on Facebook. Anyway, yep, ate through the gasket. So the guy told us to put a trap out with peanut butter. We have not caught the little devil yet. And he goes, do you have mice? And I'm like, every day. They just live outside here. It's their yard, not mine. Know what I mean? We have tons of mice. What did I do yesterday? Nothing. Oh, I took Bugsy to the vet to get her second shot for her lipro something. And then I went and got my husband and I peach milkshakes from our local cafe that once a year when it's peach season, they make fresh peach milkshakes. They're really good. I brought them home and they were working on the road near us, so they were all loosey goosey when I got home. Put them right in the freezer, and we had them for a snack after dinner. Oh my gosh. So yummy. Fresh peach milkshakes. All they do is peaches, and I don't even think they add milk. Peaches and ice cream and whipped cream on the top. And I had Bugsy with me, you know, and I'm driving to the post office after I got my peach milkshakes, and I hear this weird sound coming from my car. And I'm like, what is wrong with my car now? And I turn my radio off and I hear it again, and it sounds like licking. And I'm like, what on earth is that? Well, I had the peach milkshakes on the floor. Nope, Paula, I can't get your phone.